On one high fly ball, deep right field, backing up, Eaton, and that one is out of here.
No side.
He crushed it. And the Red Sox have taken the lead.
Bitch, put some respect on my name. Hey, when you speak on me, you speak on the game.
Welcome to Smack Talk. Today, it's the weekend, and I'm here with the hosts of their own podcast, The Saturday Pod. Ladies and gentlemen, The Saturday Pod. Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
Thank you for coming on. It's been a while. Where you're finally here, and why I send you a message on Instagram is because our podcasts are very similar.
Yeah.
We're all about self-care. We're all about saying the real stuff and just like unwinding from reality a little bit, you know? So please tell the viewers, what's the Saturday Pod about?
Yeah. Do you want to go first? Do you want to tell us about a little background about ourselves in case they don't know?
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
Yeah.
So Romina and I have been friends now for like 6 years. We both grew up in Ottawa, born and raised pretty much. We started the pod, like
a year ago, like last summer.
Okay.
Yeah, about a year ago now.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of were just like listening to other pods, and we're both really into podcasts, and I think we're both pretty funny, and we would be together just like shooting the shit and laughing, and we kind of just were like, we can do what these other people are doing. And
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
we can do it pretty well. So let's just like try it out.
And we both had like really stressful jobs. Like I'm doing my PhD, she's a teacher.
Oh,
and it was kind of our escape.
Okay, you
from
girls are
reality.
hustlers. That's awesome. I love it.
But how It's Saturday was really formed was last Canada Day.
Oh, yeah.
So
This is a
Canada
good one.
Day last year fell on a Friday, and so like we had a party, we
Yeah.
went hard.
Of
The
course.
next day, our friends were here from out of town, and so we were still keeping the party going. It was a Saturday, but everyone's kind of like, well, I'm hungover, and like we just partied last night. And Tash kept being like, but guys, it's Saturday. Like it's Saturday. We gotta
Saturday.
keep going. Like it's a Saturday. Like come on.
That's where it started.
That's where it came
then
from, the name,
because
yeah.
we had already thought let's start a podcast, but we were missing the name.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we knew like our podcast, like the whole esque was like work hard, play hard. So then I looked at her that night and I was like, it's Saturday. And we literally went on Instagram to see if the Instagram handle had been taken. It wasn't taken, which is like mind-boggling because I feel like bots are now just like.
People have no idea how fucking insane that
I
is.
was like, it's
It was meant to be.
It's meant to be,
We're
yeah.
like,
Right,
it was
we're getting
a
it right
sign.
now.
We're like,
Absolutely.
hey, we have to do this now.
Yeah.
And then we listened to our first pod. We like didn't cringe. We actually like, oh my god, this actually sounds pretty good. I kind of like this. So we
launched it and never looked back. We've been posting now consistently for like
for over a year.
over a year and
How many episodes are you guys on?
51.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, 51.
Yeah, it's really fun to see the transition though. We were looking at it yesterday. Like our first thumbnail, Romina made it on PowerPoint versus the thumbnails that are out now that she like pops on Canva.
Canva.
Like, yeah.
Saved my
Canva's
life.
Yo,
money.
Canva is literally the golden ticket to
Yeah.
content creation.
If
Let's
you're-
start.
Absolutely.
We didn't know that for a while though. And we
I
were
was
like,
using PowerPoint and literally drawing, like we would take a picture and I would like manually go around to like erase, like to background,
Oh my
take out
God.
the
We'll
background.
show you after,
'Cause,
it's
we just
hilarious.
didn't know. We were so naive to this. Like we literally just like jumped all in. We knew nothing about content creator.
Yeah.
I'd never even made a reel. Like
Yeah,
it was just, we went
Here we
all
are.
in.
I'm so proud of us.
How did you guys get the videos on Spotify?
Yo, they literally just transitioned to video. Like, when we started the pod at first, it was only audio.
Audio,
and
yeah.
then one day when we were uploading it, I upload through Anchor.
Okay,
Is
yeah.
where it goes, and then it goes to Apple and Spotify, and it was just an option to do video.
Yeah.
But like, around a
I
couple
think
months
we were like
ago.
the guinea pigs for it too because this
Yeah.
was like at the beginning of video for Spotify. But I think that's one of the reasons why it like did so well at the beginning because a lot of people actually watch as well
Yeah.
as listen. So it was kind of nice. We throw it up on YouTube too.
Yeah, we
and-
get a decent amount of views on
Yeah.
YouTube as well. Like, do you put yourself on YouTube?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gotta be everywhere.
Yeah,
be
pretty
everywhere.
much.
Everywhere.
Pretty much, yeah. Spotify to me, like I don't know. There's it's popular, yeah, but like I think I love YouTube. I like being on camera. I like you know
Yeah.
having fun and just
Yeah.
everybody like they tend to vibe with it a little more when they feel like they're there,
They're there
Exactly.
with
you know. And this is my apartment pretty
This,
much.
this studio is gorgeous.
Yeah,
Let's
Yeah.
just give a moment for the studio. 'cause it's insane.
The lighting.
So nice.
The cameras,
Feel
the
it.
angles.
Oh my god,
the
we're like in a
aesthetic.
coffee shop, but also at home.
Yeah, exactly. I'm your barista, by the way.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, pumpkin
Yeah,
spice
there you
and
go.
Lattes, like we're good to go. But,
Why are you guys so interested in self-care?
Oh man.
oh, I think okay. So one thing you have to know about us and our like friend group is that we're all like such hardworking people, but we also love to let loose and like have fun. And I feel like there's like this huge stigma around like, if you're a party girl, then you're probably like lazy and you're probably not hardworking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're always the ones to be like, look at us party and then look at us like grind.
Yeah.
And so I think one of the reasons self-care is so important is it allows us to keep partying and keep having fun, but also like working hard and not burning out.
Wow.
So like
that's
it's a
pretty
good
cool.
way of like
Yeah, I like that.
keep going. You know what I mean?
It is hard. It is hard. It's you
everyone
know,
can
it's
do
a
it.
hell of a grind.
Yeah, it is.
It's a hell of a grind.
Not everyone is cut out for this lifestyle.
No.
It isn't.
But
Yeah.
no, at our core, we're definitely just like hardworking girlies. And at the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself too, right? Like, I know I can have fun, but I know I'm also going to put in the time to like eat properly. I'm going to work out. And I'm going to go get that sleep during the week, and maybe not as much on the weekend, but like during the week, I'm going to make sure like I'm putting in the time for me to make sure that when I am having fun on the weekends, I don't feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I put in the time, the self-care for me and what I need to let myself let loose.
That's a huge thing for us too, is like on the weekends we take our time. Like for me, I'm a student, I'm a PhD student, so like you don't really technically get weekends. Like no one really gives you a day off. It's just kind of on your own time.
Yeah, pretty much.
But when I started, I was very strict of myself. Like I'm working Monday to Friday. I'm taking my weekends because otherwise come Monday, like if you don't take time off, you're at 50%. So you're giving 50% Monday to Friday instead of 100 if you really take the time
and if
to,
you're
like,
studying, like
recharge.
you're not doing it for someone else, you're doing it for yourself.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
You have to show up for yourself.
No, you got to show up. So I think we're really good with that too. And this podcast has really helped us to like just be like a creative outlet.
Yeah, definitely.
So
It
different.
feels good, huh?
It feels
Yeah,
so
like we
nice.
both had
Yeah.
no idea how to like edit or like we said, make reels or make these thumbnails, and our skill set has just gone up since.
You think it's therapy for you guys?
Oh my god.
You have
no idea.
Johnny, you have
This week, especially this week, we both had the worst day ever when we recorded. It was on Tuesday.
Yeah. It's the first day of school for me, and just like you got some bad news. Like,
Yeah,
with
it
some
was just
stuff.
like a bad day.
It was
Props.
a bad day.
Props
But
to
when we
being the teacher.
Honestly,
You know, Johnny, you
be
know.
nice to your teachers and reach out to
Check
your
in
teacher
on them.
friends.
Check in on them this week, man.
Yeah, please. Okay, give them a call.
Yeah,
give them a ring.
call.
Jeez.
But the moment I get to Romina's house is where our studio is, and when I see her and we're like sitting down, we just see each other and we're just like, oh, like okay, like let's do it. And I always leave feeling so much better. It's like, and it's not even necessarily that we're talking about what happened that was so stressful, but just talking to each other for an hour and like just vibing off like our segments and like laughing and having a good time. It just is so releasing.
But you see how like at what point humans are tribal as well, right?
100%. And like
We
think
need
of-
each other, like, you know? Yeah.
Think of like the last time you like sat down with your friend, no phones, no
On
nothing,
silent.
on silent,
Yeah.
and you're just chatting and talking and having deep conversations. Like that stuff doesn't happen. You go out to a party,
No.
you're making small talk. You're out to dinner, you can barely hear the person. Like, and now we get like this one-on-one time, an hour each week to just chat, like uninterrupted.
Yeah.
It's our therapy.
Because
guys.
we're so disconnected from reality, like we forget like who people really are.
Yeah.
And when you sit down with someone and you have like a deep conversation about like, I don't know, like the darkest moment in their life or what's their opinion on this, or it gets you out of the reality and it brings you more together. I feel it's so fucking cool. Like
It's so fun.
And every week for me, like it's another person. So like, and some of them I never met before. Like it's the first
This
time.
is the first time we've
Yeah,
met.
well, yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Well, that's cool. Your format's different than ours because we have guests on sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's mainly just us. Like, well, we've had about like 10 guests maybe.
Yeah, we
the
try
whole
and
time.
do one like once a month right now.
Yeah.
is
Cool.
what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool for you because like every week it's someone new, so it's new conversation.
But it forces me to be like addicted to it a little bit too, right? I have to
Yeah.
find them, and it's hard. Like Ottawa, and they
It's a
have
lot
to
of
come.
work.
You know, they have to
Yeah.
come to the studio.
Oh,
But also,
right.
you put in the time and the effort to like know like who you're interviewing and like
Absolutely.
catering these questions.
Yeah.
Like
it's a
lot
whole
of-
craft in
yeah.
itself.
Like I'm not saying I watched every single episode,
No.
but I did do my due diligence. You
Yeah.
have to,
No,
like,
you have
because
to.
you have to show up. Like if you show up to the conversation, you have no idea what their format is, no idea, like why are you here?
Yeah.
yeah.
I
You know,
agree.
you have
Yeah.
to show some respect too. Like it's a friendly conversation. You know, it's
Exactly.
not a bit like. Not yet, but for me, I don't view it as a business. Like if it makes money,
Oh,
sure.
100%.
I
Yeah, we never
fucking
did
love
this
this
to
shit.
make
You know what I
This
mean?
is like a hobby,
was-
but it's actually crazy, like the tangible skills you get from doing this
Oh,
sort
yeah.
of thing that you can then apply to your other jobs or other like paths. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Communication.
Communication, just like talking to strangers, like creative outlet, like editing and putting things together. Like people don't realize like how much tangible skills you can get from something like this. Even DJing, like people that DJ as well,
Oh
it's
my
the same kind of
gosh.
thing.
Yeah.
Reading a room. Like DJs have to read a room. Like if
That's
people
true.
aren't vibing with the music, they got to change the song really fast. You know what I mean? So these like tangible skills.
And you
that
got to take criticism too.
Oh, so much.
That's the thing with podcasting. Like, I just posted I started a new podcast, like strictly in French, but we talk about football and stuff, like, guy shit, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like we had a couple guys here and they had no clue like what podcasting were. They were never live, never on video. And I just like, we start talking, I just press start and like, okay, welcome. They're like, holy shit. Okay. But like after 5 minutes, like it was so comfortable and flowing. Like the guy who was the most shy in the whole group was amazing.
Aww.
Good voice and everything. Like I'm telling you, like it's fun. Like I really think that we can do something with this, and especially like we're good. Like I think I am. We're good role models,
Oh, 100%.
and these kids need someone to look up to. Like this generation is fucked. You know what I mean? So they need some independent women and like independent men. Like we need some strong figures in our society, especially like in where we live.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of support. So like I said, like the content creators and stuff, like we really should help each other. And
Well, we were literally
100%.
saying
Yeah.
that right before we started, that we need to create like a community, especially in Ottawa and like these small like places. Like there's not that much content creators, you know, to reach out to. It's not LA. We're not in LA.
And even just from like a year ago when we didn't really know any other content creators versus now where we kind of have like a few that we know and just being able to like lean on them, we've learned so much in the last like,
It's
few
crazy.
months versus like the first like 8 months of us doing this.
Yeah, 8 months was like solo dolo.
So many lessons we like to call them.
Oh,
We've
lessons
learned a lot of
learned.
lessons.
Yeah.
along
yeah,
the
eh?
way.
Like what? What was your biggest lesson you've learned in podcasting?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so episode 3, one of our mics was muted the entire time. And so we had to like raise the volume on the other. Go listen.
Yeah.
Listen, yeah,
the
it's
other
terrible.
mic. It's terrible. But
Even worse than that,
Oh.
there was one time we recorded an episode on October 3rd. And it was a Mean Girls episode. So we like wore pink. It was this whole thing. We were
Cool.
super excited about it.
it was
had a
probably,
theme.
we said our favorite episode we recorded
favorite
at
episode.
that time.
Something happened transferring the files along the way. The back half of the video completely gone. So what did we do? We dressed up in the same outfit. I take timestamps of the editing, so I kind of had like the topic ideas that we talked about because we really liked what we talked about, and we just like made note like mentally. Okay, we talked about this and that. We recorded the second half and then meshed it together.
And no
On
one ever
different- a week of,
noticed.
like a few days apart.
No one
That's-
ever noticed that
that's
like,
some
it was
talent.
weird. Like we were wearing the same
We
things.
wore the same outfit.
trying
And
to-
honestly, that part turned out even better than the original one because we
Yep.
like went off on our own like organic little tangents as well, and I felt like
Because you actually cared about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, we this is a cool topic. We want this to work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's been a lot of
Little lessons. Yeah, those were the,
Little
the two big ones. Yeah, check your mics and
Yes.
make sure
Equipment.
your equipment is.
But
good to
that
go.
taught us to like get organized really quick. Like that was like the 5th or 6th episode,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
it taught us like, okay, we need to make sure we have our shit together, and like we have like checklists of things we do pre and post record. And then there's like transfer of files. We need to make sure we have a hard drive.
Bought our own hard drive.
Hard drive.
Yeah,
We're
that was
backing
that
up
made
things.
us that made us buy our own hard drive because
Yeah.
we were using my partner's hard
Yeah.
drive at the time, and he accidentally it was his hard drive. Like I think he
deleted or something. Like it was
like-
something
Deletes everything.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him.
Something
It's like
happened.
fair. Like
we were just like borrowing his stuff, and we're like, you
Yeah.
know what? We need to go buy our own stuff.
yeah, we need to invest
So-
invest in ourselves.
Invest in
and I'm really
ourselves.
glad that we did.
That's true. People need to like they tend to forget that you have to invest in yourself if you really want like the product to reflect yourself. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you have to invest in yourself, even if it costs the $100 or the extra, or to pay for some editing apps or whatever. Like
100%.
sometimes when you pay, it's better. Honestly, most of the time.
Most of the time,
Yeah.
the free trial only goes so far.
And also you're saving time too, and then your time is worth like a lot of money as well.
Absolutely.
Time.
And plus, we all work 40-hour weeks.
Like
Like
this
it-
is not our full-time job.
No.
This is just something we do.
Not
for
yet.
fun.
I wish
Not
this
yet.
was.
We're
That's the
manifesting
goal.
it, though.
Yes,
That is the goal.
absolutely.
It never
Ooh.
feels like work for us. That's the thing.
Never.
Like people are like, how do you manage like teaching and I also serve and then like doing this?
Yeah.
I'm like, but when I do this, it just makes me so happy. It doesn't feel
Like work.
Like work at all. Like it's not I have to edit the pod. It's like I get to edit the pod.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I
so
get to
excited.
record with Romina this week. Like I'm so excited.
Yeah.
This is like it's a time like you said manifestation too. Do you
Yeah.
you guys
We're
manifest?
big
Oh,
mouths.
we're huge on manifesting.
I love it. What,
Yeah.
do you have any techniques or what do you do?
Honestly, we just say it. Like we always
say
like
it.
talk
We're
about
lucky
things.
girls.
We believe it. Like
Vision boards.
Vision boards, but we're also like action oriented people. Like we're not just people who just like
You guys
speak
are
about
doers.
stuff.
We're doers.
We're both doers. We make to-do lists. We make little steps that we're doing like for example, when we wanted to put out merch, like our first merch drop, there's a lot that goes into making merch that people probably don't realize. Like regardless if it's a sweater or whatever,
It's not easy.
it's like there's operations, there's finance, there's like the design, there's like the
Orders.
logistics,
Promotion,
there's
there's-
promotions, there's the videos, there's and
Accounting.
there's a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
I think like we had that, like, for example, vision of putting out merch, and then it was like, okay, what are we
Now
doing
what are the
each
steps?
day?
Yeah.
Accounting scares the fuck out of me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's the
I
on it.
am not a numbers guy at all.
She's the numbers. That's the best part too about us
Yeah.
is like we like have different skill sets
Yeah.
and we just are able to like complete each other and like accomplish the things.
You guys are finishing each other's phrases, okay? It's
No, they're
awesome.
annoying.
And
You-
we call each other same brain,
Same
the
brain
same brain
energy.
club. Like,
Yeah.
How long have you known
always-
each other?
Since 2016.
2016.
Okay.
Yeah. But we always say, like, it's funny because we haven't known each other longer than like some of our other friends, for
Yeah.
example, but we just vibe so well that it's like, I find with friend groups, like, you can, I don't know, like, it doesn't matter how long you've known
Yeah.
someone. If you vibe with them, like, it's so different. You can just like make up for lost time. Like,
Exactly.
it feels like I've known you forever.
No, I can't even remember my life.
I can't remember.
before
Yeah,
you.
I'm like, when did we meet?
You're my soulmate.
Our partners always make that joke. They're like, why don't you guys get married?
Yeah, like maybe. No, but we definitely too. We like keep each other accountable, which I think is really good for like having like a duo, like doing something like
important.
on your own. Like
Yeah.
it must be hard to keep yourself accountable to like post and record.
Yeah,
and
how do
I'm
you do that?
extremely disciplined.
Okay,
Yeah,
how,
you
how
must
do you,
be.
you look like you're a
Yeah,
disciplined guy.
I
you
try.
look
I
like
try.
that.
Yeah,
I
you
try.
also look like you go to the gym.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm disciplined with everything. Like I work very hard too at my main job. You know, it's just I'm a doer too.
Yeah.
I don't procrastinate. I used to be like this loser, like not doing anything with my life, no ambition and anything. And then I had a lot of situations that happened in my life. So I'm like, I need to flip the switch now.
Wow.
And I haven't looked back. Look
And so
back.
how did you do that? How did you come to like, was there like
Ooh.
one point in time?
Yeah, depression.
Okay.
Yeah, hard.
Sometimes
So-
rock bottom is where you have to be.
Yeah, it was very rock
Oh.
bottom. You know, some days it's just hard to wake up. It's hard to face reality, you know, and you need something to wake you up a little bit.
Yeah.
I had a car accident when I was very young, fairly young. And that changed my life completely. I was doing it, like I already said on the pod, but I was doing a bunch of drugs. I was fucking, you know, this young rowdy kid trying to fucking be someone he's not, and just totally trashed the car, messed up my back, a bunch of problems, you know, it was serious. And from there, you know, life had its ups and downs. I'm the type of guy that tried everything, you know, tried different jobs. I always had trouble finding who I am.
Okay.
In a certain sense, like, and I still don't know, but I think I did. I think I figured it out.
Yeah.
It took a while, and that was excruciating for me.
Yeah. You're like passion and
Like,
purpose.
who
Like,
am I? Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
How
I'm
am I
seeing
gonna-
all my friends, you know, get buying houses, get
Yeah.
into families, or having, you know, degrees, or
Yeah.
you know, fucking traveling or whatever. I did travel a little bit too, but I was trying to find an identity.
Yeah.
And I hit rock bottom after my last relationship. It was in near Christmas, so it was 2 weeks before Christmas. I lost my girlfriend and my aunt, which is what like my a mom to me, pretty much. So my life was just an absolute shambles. All right,
Yeah.
so I'm like, you know what? Let's get hammered. It's Christmas, so let's go out with the boys. And I went out with the boys, and two of the guys that I met at the restaurant said, "Hey, we started recording a podcast, and I've had this idea for years." I'm like, "Okay, let's see what it's about, right?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Okay, well, this is the studio. You pay a certain amount." I'm like, "All right, well, where do I sign?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Where do I go?
Yeah, and you know, I went all in. I had a background in journalism, so this was kind of what I wanted to do. Interviewing people, I find it really fucking cool. And like with the podcast boom during the pandemic, I had it in the back of my mind, like I can do this,
Yeah.
you know. But I never had the chance. And then it was just like, I don't know,
Kinda serendipitous.
whatever you guys believe in, the universe, God,
Yeah.
someone
Something.
gave me something, and I took it. You know, I could have not taken it and be somewhere worse
It's
right now.
so good.
Good
It's
for
so-
you.
Yeah.
So good. And this, I find this like long format type of content now is like more trending than the short like videos and things because
Videos are trending.
yeah, videos are, but
Yeah.
like you can now like get to know someone on like a deeper level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know I listen to podcasts all the time when I'm working out, going for a walk.
Walks.
Like
Mm-hmm.
instead of music, I usually listen to podcasts because like
Yeah.
I feel like it can take something away from it, learn something new. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
to it.
relate
It's like
to
a
it.
seminar or something. Like you're
Yeah.
learning. Like that's what's really cool. And like I listen to like 2-3 pods a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't listen to music at the gym there. Like I'm
Yeah.
not a psychopath who listens to a podcast while working out.
I do.
I run
What?
and listen to
I do.
podcasts. Yeah.
do.
I mean, music too.
Well, it
but-
depends,
Too.
like-
it depends
yeah,
on
okay.
like what I'm doing. If
Yeah.
I'm like just like on the bike, then I find like
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
just listen to a podcast. But if I'm like I don't know, lifting weights. I
I'm
listen to music.
banging weights, you know what I mean? So I need something to, Joe Rogan ain't gonna do it for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's your favorite podcast?
Giggly Squad.
Yeah, we love Giggly Squad.
Love Giggly Squad.
I also love like
Jay
on
Shetty.
on
Oh,
purpose.
I love Jay Shetty.
Jay Shetty is like my
Amazing.
idol. I'm like I love him.
Is
See the episode with Tom Holland?
Yes, so
No.
good.
Wait,
Tom
no, I
Holland,
did.
yes.
Yes, I did.
Amazing.
So good. It's so good.
I
Yeah.
love Tom Holland. I'm a
Yeah.
huge
Spider-Man?
comic nerd. So
Mm-hmm.
like Spider-Man, I'm like, okay, I'll listen to it. Wow.
Love
It's
Tom.
really
Real.
He tends to like bring out like such a cool side of people too. Whenever he's
just what he
interviewing
does,
someone,
yeah.
he just gets like so.
He's down to earth. Russ
Yeah.
too. I'm not real. I like his music, so, but what a nice guy, man.
Yeah.
Like it's really cool. Like Jay Shetty. That's why like I love the mental health aspect to it because he really like took that therapy side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He went into it. It's the top mental health podcast in the
it
world.
is. It is. Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Diary of a CEO is also really good too.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
a good one too for some learning.
Yeah, no,
for
but
sure.
yeah, we love like Giggly Squad is fun too, and we find it's like the similar kind of banter
Yes.
vibe. But also I find like since we started the podcast, and I've talked to our friends about this too, is that now we have like more of a motivation to learn because we want to talk about cool topics on the pod. So it's like this like cycle of like I want to learn some cool shit so I can talk about it on the podcast, but now I'm just like learning cool shit. So
Yeah.
I
it's
know.
like good on like another level, not just for the podcast, but for yourself. So that's another like,
I'm the
pro.
same way.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. Or like if I scroll down reels and I find like a cool reel, I'll like save it to myself or save it to the pod conversation, so I'll have it later. It's like some information, whatever.
Yes.
And the
It's
more you
fun.
listen to it, like it just it gets stuck in your mind. It's a student mentality too, right?
Oh yeah.
I've learned so much from you.
I'm like such a
You
nerd.
bring-
I'm like trying to bring science to the
Yeah.
pod.
But you have to have facts. I've had a couple pods where I shot a TikTok out of my ass, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
And it was not accurate at all.
Well, that's the
so
thing, too.
I don't
Sometimes
want
I'm
to turn
like-
into Alex Jones. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Sometimes I'm like, I wish we had someone just beside us to just
a
help
fact
us
check?
Google.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the moon landing was
Hello-
fake. You know what I
hello,
mean? yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a
that's
lot of times
hilarious.
I'm like, let's Google this after.
Yeah.
right.
Check.
We're off by a couple numbers there, but it's probably fine.
Well, when we were talking about like our biggest TikTok to date was like one that we were talking about garbage. We
Yeah,
were talking
trash
about
talk.
It was like trash talk. We're
the
talking
bag
about
tag.
the bag tag thing they're introducing in Ottawa, where you can only have like 2 garbage bags per
Really?
week, or
Yeah.
for 2 weeks. Sorry. And I like had some misinformation. I thought it was coming up very soon, so I said in the next few weeks. It turns out it wasn't coming for a while.
Like a year later.
A year.
Yeah.
People, but that's what's funny is that one blew up because we had such polarizing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like where are we supposed to put our garbage?
Yeah.
Da, da, da. And then it was like recycle.
Yeah. They'd be like, we've been doing this for years. Like, you guys are so lazy. Or just like, oh my
But-
gosh. Like,
But it was just funny. We're like
TikTok is like that though. If you want to blow up, you have to be controversial.
Oh,
That's what's
I just
fucked
didn't
up about
think it was
TikTok.
going to be about garbage.
We
Like,
literally were
I'm
like,
like, we have some
wait.
way more controversial shit. But
Yeah.
like,
I know. Like
Trash.
I have some episodes that like, I just talk shit and it gets a lot of views. And then one episode I have a psychologist on, it's like my least viewed. Like nothing makes
yeah,
sense.
and
You know what I
really,
mean?
the algorithm sometimes, you're like, what?
I'm like,
The
you know
ones
what?
you
I'm going to be
try.
serious. I'm going to have a psychologist. She was awesome. Dr. Megan Gallagher. She was really cool. Talked
Cool.
about eating disorders. Really interesting conversation. But no one listened to it.
I
Like,
know, but
it's
that's
so
the
fucking
same.
weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tension,
So it's not really
Yeah.
like who you invite. It's really the conversation you have, right?
100%.
Well, depends.
I don't know.
sometimes maybe you could have like a guest on that's not that. Well, I'm not gonna say who we've had on, but we've had some guests on where I'm like,
Who's not that talkative? Yeah.
but some of our guys have been great.
Yeah. Most of them have been amazing.
Most of them, majority of them have been great.
Yeah, I agree.
And like, were they like doctors? Were they like friends? Or
A lot of creatives. Like we've had like content creators, like interior designers, mixologists.
Ooh, that's cool.
Real estate agents.
Real estate agents.
Oh, there's enough of that. Okay, all right, real estate agents.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
we're
there's
tired
enough,
of it.
yeah.
Okay, please, like that's all we have. We have podcasting. Okay, like leave the podcasting to us. Like just sell your houses, make your money. All right, do
your
your
bag.
posts, but like just leave the podcast to us, please.
Yes.
It's enough.
That's so funny.
I have a bunch of friends who are real estate
Oh,
agents.
no, we
I
do too.
roast
We do
them.
too.
We do too.
Well, yeah, everybody does,
Everyone-
right? Because
I feel
everybody's
like
a real estate
everyone
agent.
has like 5 friends that are real estate
Oh yeah,
agents.
that's crazy. How do you like Ottawa?
Really?
Honestly,
I love Ottawa.
I love Ottawa. I
Yeah.
feel like Ottawa gets shat on. Like I've lived in Toronto briefly, and I've lived abroad in South Korea for a year. I was teaching English
Really?
there before going to teachers college, and I don't know. I love Ottawa, especially like now. Like I'm in my 30s. Like I want to settle down. Like have some roots here. I feel like it's a great spot to like raise a family and
Mhm.
like just
It's really
Start
good.
your
You get
life.
like some city, but it's not too
Yeah.
much. Like Toronto.
Yeah, and it's like if I want to go to Toronto, I
Yeah.
can fly there, I can drive there, I can train there. Montreal, 2 hours away. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's nice, and we have a really good group of friends.
We
here.
really do.
So I think that has a lot to do with
It's all about community, right?
It is, yeah.
I love it.
And Ottawa's like, it's like, okay, the community is good, but you're right. Toronto, Montreal, like it is overwhelming.
For me right now, like in my 20s, like sure, but like now I'm like, you know what? Like I want to be able to go there when I want to go there, but I don't want to be there. I don't
Stay
want
there?
the
Yeah.
time.
I don't want to like.
I don't want to be stuck there.
I don't want to wake up and like go downstairs and there's like a ton of people. Like I want
Yeah,
to go
just-
walk my dog in the woods.
I want to walk
You
my dog in
know?
the woods. I want my dog shitting on the pavement.
No, oh my god. When I
No.
see dogs shitting on the pavement,
like,
I get uneasy about it. I'm like,
like,
oh my god,
poor
like is there no
thing.
grass? Like where is there
Concrete
to go?
jungles. Man.
Such a random thing to be pissed off about, but now I'm pissed.
We're
I'm
dog
pissed.
people.
I'm pissed.
We're dog
Dude,
people.
that was
Yeah.
another one of our TikToks that popped off was because we
Talking about dog shit.
No, literally.
Poop talk and trash talk.
Polarizing. We talked about like people getting mad when our dog. When
So
our
you know
dog
when
shit
you're,
on their
I don't know
lawn.
if you have a dog, but sometimes you're walking your dog. We're gonna get shot on again, but when you walk your dog, and then you come across a house that has like a sign like
No
no
poop
poop zone, like da da da, and sometimes you're walking your dog and your dog starts taking a shit. Obviously, I'm gonna pick it up, but like, what am I supposed to do? Stop the dog mid shit because you have a sign that says
No,
no
you can't poop there. Yeah.
No, we've been yelled at, both of us.
Like, it's-
for our dogs
what?
pooping on
But,
people's
like,
lawns.
If you pick it up, it's okay.
it's-
Like,
Pick it up.
yeah.
A little
No, like
compost
Daryl's
never hurt
lawn
somebody.
care like popped off on us. Like was so
Daryl's
mad.
lawn
Dude,
care?
Daryl like
He's like, this is not good for the blades.
Okay, listen here, Daryl.
oh,
All right,
okay, Daryl.
relax,
Send it to
dude.
Daryl.
Send
yeah.
it to Daryl.
Yeah,
man.
get off TikTok, Daryl.
Yeah, bro.
Jesus.
Yeah, so funny.
Yeah. Do you like Ottawa? You're not really in Ottawa, actually. You're
No,
over
I'm
here.
I'm on the dark side.
Yeah, you're on the dark side. Do you like it over here?
I grew up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my parents are Newfie. I grew up here, so I have like best of both worlds.
Yeah.
English family, growing up in a French. I don't know if it's the best of both worlds, but whatever. I like the French community. I have really good friends here. I love the culture too, but I don't like the tall poppy syndrome we have here in Canada. Not a lot of support for people. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Like, when you go to US, like everybody's like, oh, let's, fulfill your dream, do whatever you want to do. Like, it's very capitalist and they're for entrepreneurs. But
Yeah.
here it's really like, okay, you're not working government, dude. What are you doing?
Dude, everyone's a government. My
real
husband's
estate
in a
agent.
government.
I know, but like it's almost looked down on.
Yeah.
And that is
Yeah.
kind of, it's kind of weary because I know, like, look, girls, like, if we were in, like, I don't know, like LA or whatever, like you said, our talent may be, like, more popular than when we are now.
Oh, 100%. And there's so much more of a community. Like, all the content creators know each other. All the influencers,
Yeah.
like, go to, like, these houses and they all record things.
That's
They
crazy.
all live in houses
They
together.
all live in houses together. Where
Creating
it's here,
content.
like, you get a message from someone, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
But
Yeah.
can you afford rent in Ottawa?
Yeah.
That's the question. You know what I mean? It's
I
fucking
know.
crazy. Yeah, one of my friends, Quest, he's like an original, like he created the rap scene in Gatineau, which was not a big one, but he still created it.
Cool.
And he explained, like, if you go to, like, I don't know, big hub cities like Austin, LA, New York, there's already this ecosystem of content creators, right?
Yeah.
So you're just joining the wave.
Yeah.
It just takes one TikTok or one Instagram, and then he notices you, like someone notices you, and then
Yeah.
you join the wave,
You're
right?
Vibe with
Going.
them.
We're creating the ecosystem.
We're creating the wave.
Yeah.
The wave of
We're trailblazers.
Hell yeah, yes you are. Fuck yeah.
Go.
Are you guys the first pod in Ottawa? No, they can't be.
I don't know.
No, probably not. But wait,
I
do you
don't know
anyone
anybody else has a
Well,
podcast.
One friend.
He has one episode. I don't think.
Yeah, one episode does not count.
No.
You have to have at least 20 episodes to count as a podcaster. That's my
Yeah.
opinion.
I don't
Yeah.
know then. That's
A lot of podcasters, people are like, "Oh, it's such a saturated space," but it's like
They don't
man,
realize.
But if you have interesting topics and you're talking about some interesting stuff,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how many videos there are out there. Otherwise, people wouldn't be making YouTube videos and TikToks because it's already saturated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're
It's the
talking about
work
some cool
ethic.
stuff,
People
yeah.
don't have the work ethic.
And
Yeah.
Consistency.
yeah, we were chatting about
Consistency
that.
is
Yeah,
key.
consistency is key.
Key.
You really gotta put in the work if you want to see.
You have to.
what
You
want.
have no
to.
choice because no one else is going to do it for you. And out of those 4 million podcasts, like how many of them just did like 1 or 2 episodes?
There was a statistic.
Yeah.
I'll send it to
It's
you, but it was like
90% of
Yeah.
podcasts end
already
after
know.
10 episodes,
Yep.
and
Wow.
and 90% of that percentage ends after 20 or whatever.
So
So if you
we've
make
already-
21 podcasts, you're the
We're
top.
doing amazing.
how
Yep.
many episodes have you had?
27.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
It'd be funny if you were like 6.
This episode is brought to you by Neox Marketing. Are you looking to upgrade your business? Do you want to develop your marketing skills but have no idea where to start? Boy, do I have a deal for you. With promo code SmackTalk, you can get not 25, not 50, not 60, 80% off their marketing ebook. That comes to a total of $2. Yeah, this ebook has everything, okay? It took a year to make. It's simple to use, so you can get started ASAP. So Johnny, you're saying you can get an entire ebook, a step-by-step guide for scaling my business for only $2? That's exactly what I'm saying. With promo code SmackTalk, you can use it at checkout or click the link in the description. That is promo code SmackTalk for 80% off your purchase. SmackTalk. Tell a friend to tell a friend and enjoy the episode. Peace.
Not there yet.
Not there yet. Yeah, it's hard to pump out content every week. It's stressful too.
Yeah, for sure. I know people
still have to edit our podcast that's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because we've had like
Such a busy-
non-stop.
What's the most
this week.
challenging thing?
The most challenging thing? I don't know if it's like the most challenging, but I find sometimes it's like reels are sometimes like figuring out what to post and I don't know. I don't actually know. That's a good question.
The most challenging thing for me is having to get ready again for the pod.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I love everything.
love everything about
I love
it.
everything. I don't mind the
Yeah.
editing. I don't mind the posting. Like, we balance each other out. It's so nice to have someone to do, like, split it 50-50.
50, yeah.
Because we make our schedule, like, for the whole
We were
month.
like super organized.
Like,
yeah.
we're very organized. We use Notion. Do you use Notion?
Yeah, I do, of course.
Notion
Notion's
is
the
sick.
best.
Of course.
We do, like...
Shout out Notion, sponsor the
Yeah.
pod.
We do, like, post trackers, and we, like, organize our months
Yep.
so there's no surprises. But, yeah, having to come home from work and then, like, get ready again for the pod.
Oh.
I'm like, I really don't want to do this. Why?
I feel like there's not enough time in the day too. We have all these things like I want to do this, but there's only so many days and time to do everything. So sometimes I'm like, okay, let's rein it back. Like let's just keep pushing out content.
I know.
And we'll do all
Yeah.
these things as we go.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things we were thinking about to do.
How do you like set boundaries? How do you prioritize like yourself? Which is hard. My girlfriend would be so pissed right now because I don't have time for myself. Like it's hard.
it's
It's very hard.
important.
But how do you do it?
I think it's like having good routines.
Yeah.
And sticking to them. Like having non-negotiables. Like non-negotiable for me in the morning, it's like stretch and work out. Like at night, it's like not looking at my phone like before bed or like reading a book or doing my skincare for 20 minutes because that's what's going to make me happy and like
Yep.
get me ready like for
We're
bed
routine.
the next day.
We're
big routine
girls.
people.
Yeah, we're
for
super
me.
routine. And I think setting boundaries is also like saying no to things. So like knowing, like for example, we just went to Tremblant for Labor Day weekend to her partner's like cottage, and I was supposed to go Friday with them, and I just got back from Vancouver. I had like 3 days at home before we then were gonna go to a cottage. I literally said to her, I was like, Tash, I'm not gonna make it. Like I'm gonna come Saturday, but I need the Friday to just like get my shit together.
From
I have a lot
Vancouver,
of-
time change,
Oh,
fucking
change,
jet
3
lag.
hours?
Honestly, I underestimated the time change. 3 hours is a long time.
It fucks you up for sure.
It fucks you up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was
It
like
really does. Coming
out the
back.
next day. Like I couldn't get it together. So I was like, I just need that one day to like catch up. So it's sometimes just like bailing on plans and not feeling bad about it or saying no
Yeah.
to people and
Because
not feeling
if
bad.
you had come Friday, it's like you wouldn't have been like the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And then it's like that would have affected you. That would have affected like other people. It's like just take that one day to reset and then show up as the best version of yourself.
yeah.
Instead of
exactly.
like showing up 50%.
Exactly.
Yeah. Look, sometimes it's gonna happen, but if you show up 50% for yourself, like you're doing it for yourself. You have to, and plus, you guys, you're a team.
Yeah.
You have no
Yeah,
choice.
yeah.
Me too. Like the new pod that I started, we're a team. We're like 4 guys. So
Oh, really?
let's we have no choice.
Interesting.
Like once we start, and plus it's during the football season, so we can't miss a fucking week. You know what I mean? So it's really like okay, like we're all into this. Like we're viewing this as a football team, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
everybody comes together for the main goal, and everything's gonna work out. If we have one weak link, we're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Same
we
thing.
talked about it too. It's easy to let yourself down, but like I don't want to let Romina down,
No.
and I know she doesn't want to let me down. So it's like when we have to do our shit, we get our shit done. But if we need to like this week, like I had a heavy load with the first week of school, like Ro's gonna do more of the content like
Yeah.
this week, and like vice versa. Like
We really do like adjust like that. I'm like, hey, I'm going away for vacation, so she'll post that week, or like
Vice
so we
versa.
go back and forth.
I don't miss school. I don't miss school. I don't even think I said it before. I used to be a teacher. Shit.
Yeah, I'm like,
Um,
where do you
They're
work
gonna
now? Are you hiring?
Yes, literally.
I'm done.
Talk to me after.
Getting out of
Yeah,
there.
seriously though, I don't know how you guys.
Man,
do
it's
that.
it's
And
fuck.
you were
It's
like
sad.
a few years ago. It's only gotten worse and worse and worse.
It's
last 5
Funding
years.
is
for
just
the
so
amount of work you do.
Whew, I need to get drinking my coffee.
Yeah.
I wish this was vodka.
Yeah. Next time.
Next time.
For the amount of work you do, it's insane.
Yeah.
Teachers
And the
should be paid.
responsibilities.
Well, the quality of education should go up. That's in my opinion. But teachers should be paid like the same as a doctor. I'm
Yeah.
dead serious.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Don't cap us out at 1%, and like
No.
that's
No.
not okay.
No,
Like
no.
I'm losing money every year with inflation.
Yeah,
Like,
inflation is
I
just going
can't.
up in Canada.
I think the
It's
education
crazy.
system needs to like rewrite their stuff, make it more like, I don't know, like learning oriented. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
the same thing. Like they're teaching the same things. It's been like 100 years.
It's
Like
time
we
for a
have to,
revamp,
you know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Revamp the whole
I
education.
totally
What about, I
system.
don't know, how to pay taxes? Or, you know what I mean?
There needs to be a
No,
life
we've
class.
talked about this,
We've
yes.
talked about this so much, but like there
Yeah.
needs to be a life class. Like I don't know how to sew, how to cook, how
That's
to
what I was gonna
clean.
say.
Because let me tell you, when I started like dating my husband, I was like, you don't know how to clean. Like he'd just be like wiping things, but it's like not like to my like extent. I'm like, you just need a class on life,
Yeah.
and if
How
your
to make a
parents didn't teach you
schedule.
those things, like
Yeah, then you're screwed.
You're screwed.
Yeah, it's true.
That's true.
Taxes, like doing laundry,
How to be a nice person.
how to be a nice person.
I mean, I
People
teach that-
are
I teach that
lacking.
in my classroom.
Yeah, I did too. But it's rare, and a
Yeah.
lot of people that some teachers are amazing and they changed lives, and fucking God bless them. Okay,
Yeah.
but some of them are just doing this for a job, and you can tell.
Yeah.
And especially, I was in high school.
yeah.
Okay, it's a lot of kids. Okay, I had over like 200 students, so it's a lot of teenage drama, right?
Oh jeez.
So if you don't have a certain level of authority, you're gonna get run over.
Yeah.
And they see it right away. They are absolute predators, these kids, man. It's
They smell the
insane.
fear.
They
They
smell
smell
the
it.
fear. Oh yeah, it's
Oh
like a
my
shark in
God.
blood
Yeah,
infested
you have a nice
water.
deep
You know what I mean?
voice though. Like,
Yeah,
you probably,
do. I feel like
like,
you'd be
You'd be a
intimidating.
good teacher.
Yeah, you'd be like,
Yeah,
sit
you'd-
down,
But
Johnny,"
but
you'd be like, "Oh
I
my
was
God."
cool, you know. I was trying to be like the cool guy, but like I had to. Like sometimes it's just brutal, and
Can't
plus
be too cool because then
Yeah.
they'll be like, okay.
Yeah. No,
It's
it
that
was.
finding that balance,
It's
yeah.
it is very hard to find that balance because you don't want to be the teacher everyone hates, right? You want to be the teacher like
Yeah.
everybody's like, okay, like I'm going to his
They
class.
respect
Let's
you.
go.
Yes.
You know.
Because we all have that one teacher we remember
Oh,
as like
yeah.
a kid.
couple for sure.
They like change your life a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mrs. Eddie. Love
Yeah.
you. She's the principal now.
Aw, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's really
So where do you guys do the pod? What's the goals for this?
What
Do
are
this.
the
Do this.
goals? Oh my god.
I'm asking
are
the
the
real
goals?
questions.
Yeah. For me, I think it's like continuing to have good, authentic conversations, teach something along the way. I feel like sometimes people come to our pod just to like, I don't know, chill, hang
Just
out with
unwind.
hang out with
It's
the
Saturday.
girls. It's Saturday. But if they can leave with a little bit of science or education, then I'll be happy about that.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. So like you're combining like okay it's unwind, but like let's have some real conversations.
Let's have
That's
some
not
real
bullshit conversations. We see enough
Yeah.
random shit on social media. Let's have
Yeah,
real,
yeah.
you know,
I think
conversations.
we're good at balancing like the fun and then like the serious. But we
Yes.
handle the serious in like
Playful, a nice
a
ways.
nice playful way as well.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
for
our
sure.
podcasts are so similar. It's like almost the same thing. It's just different formats. You know what I
Yes.
mean? But
100%.
it's the same goal. Like it's the same nucleus. It's the same, you know,
Yes.
the same subject matter, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. The way
Yeah.
we, you know,
Yeah.
portray our art.
Exactly.
Do you guys consider yourselves
Yeah, I guess
artists?
we are artists.
You know what's funny is we were talking about this the other day. It took us a while to call ourselves like content
Yeah.
creators.
Even now, sometimes even
It's
even,
weird.
even you saying
Kinda
it to
weird.
us
I'm like,
today, I was
oh.
kind of like,
I'm like,
oh
I
yeah.
don't identify as that, but it's
Mhm.
we do like we're
'Cause it's
creating
not-
content.
Yeah.
Because it's not our full time job.
Yeah.
But I would love for content creating to be my full time job. Like that would be-
Absolutely.
that'd be a goal for sure.
Yeah.
And that, with the pod as well. Like
Yeah.
it's just so fun.
It's
Like
just
imagine
so
waking up
fun.
every day and getting to just do this like all
Oh
the
my God,
time
that'd
on
be
like
the
different
dream.
levels. Like whether that's like getting hired through like Unwell or like like a Barstools kind of thing, just like being on like a
Ooh,
bigger platform.
that'd be so
you
cool.
know? Like I
Yeah.
feel like
Barstool
we're
would be-
funnier than chicks in the office. Like I feel like
I'm sorry, we are. We actually
Like,
are. I tried to
yeah,
listen
like-
to an episode the other day, and I was like, these girls aren't it.
Girls, I totally
I'm
agree.
fi-
I
I'm
feel like-
But be
finally
careful what you
complaining.
say because you might end up in a celebrity boxing match, all right? So chill out, all right?
Yeah, I'll
Unless
go.
you're ready to swing, all right?
I'll go.
Let's go.
like they're funny too.
We train.
They are.
Come on.
They are.
Yeah.
But it's cool, like the different the different little ecosystems of content creation that's getting out there. I find it really cool. Like Barstool have their own thing. They are starting to stray away from sports. They all started with sports, but it's straying away for sure. But like even like the comedians, like the comedians are taking over the game.
Oh yeah, Tom Segura's podcast.
Oh,
Your
it's
mom's
so
house?
funny.
So
Theo Vaughn.
Me
too.
and my girlfriend watch it all the time because they have
man,
the
hilarious.
husband-wife duo. You know, it's
Yes,
awesome.
So
Yeah.
funny.
Theo Vaughn is.
Theo Vaughn is unhinged. Like I'm like, how is this guy not canceled yet? It's because
He's the best.
Because he's a comedian. Like he says some unhinged stuff. And I'm
But you
like,
know
but
he's
so funny.
you know there's no hate in his heart. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing.
how he is.
That's
Like,
how comedy should be.
Yeah.
it's not a
right?
bit.
Absolutely.
Like that's how he
Come on.
is. Like in real life, I feel like you know.
Yeah,
it's
he's
like a
not
little
putting
bit.
on.
People who are offended by comedy, like it drives me insane. Like,
Oh my
like
God, yeah.
it's literally an act, man. Like,
Yeah.
why do you take it personal? Like,
No,
everybody's
yeah.
gonna get roasted. That's why it's comedy, you know?
And I even find though the people that take it personally are not even the ones like being roasted necessarily.
No,
Like,
yeah.
it's
Or they
like,
feel
oh,
bad for
there's so
someone.
many
You know what I mean?
Karens,
You
or
can't
it's
say
like,
that, you know? Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's so many trolls out there. That's crazy. Who has time for that? Like, who's going on people's like Instagrams and like commenting hateful things? I just never understood that.
I don't understand.
If you had one guest to interview, who would it be?
Oh, that's such a good question.
Dead or alive?
Yeah, absolutely.
For me, I think it would be Jay Shetty. I think he would be such a good guest to have, and I just like I idolize him. Like I think so highly of him.
You're so
I've
smart.
read his book, and like I listen to his podcasts each week, and it's just he's just so like insightful.
I love
So
that.
good.
I'm gonna go the opposite route.
Yeah.
I think I'd want Paige DeSerbo
Oh,
from Giggly Squad. Like
she'd
she's
be
my
so
favorite of
good.
the duo, and I feel like she's so underrated and so intelligent, and I feel like we could learn a lot from her, but also just like shoot this shit and like
She's so
be
funny
super
too.
comfortable with her. So I would love to.
We're going to watch them live.
their live show. Yeah, I just feel like I already know her, and I would just love to sit down with her and like chat with her.
Break down their concepts, break down their mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Get the tea.
Yeah.
What about
It's
you?
always about the tea. It's always about the tea.
What about you?
Ooh. I said
Let's
it before.
manifest it right now. Let's just put it out in the universe.
Yeah, it's my grandfather, so I don't think it's coming back.
Technology's been crazy today.
Yeah, you never know.
man.
You never know. Hey, if I can get my
As an
grandfather in the
AI.
room as an AI like replica,
Bot.
sure, why not? He was in World War II. He was a prisoner of war.
Wow.
So and he escaped. So I would love to. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, I just got chills.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
shit.
So I would love to sit down, have a conversation with him for sure. But if not, that's a good question.
Yeah, it was yours.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
It's hard. It's hard. to pick
I
one
don't.
person.
I really. I think just shoot the shit with Theo Vaughn would be something.
Yeah.
Oh, Theo Von.
Absolutely. Or Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
He's a deep thinker, and I love intellectuals like that. I find it so interesting, and they can elaborate on concepts in a way you can't wrap your mind around. They can really break down their ideas through different wordage, but it becomes this art. It's like a poem. Like it's crazy. I find it so mesmerizing. Like you listen to like let's say like a Exodus speech. Like even if you're not religious or whatever, like this guy is insane. The way he plays with words, I find it so. I guess the background on
the skill
journalism.
to
It just
have,
yeah.
eh?
Yeah, he's so articulate. Yeah.
Also, Anthony Bourdain.
Yes, Anthony Bourdain before he passed. I used to watch all of his stuff.
Me too. I grew up watching it.
Yeah, he's so
Yeah.
good. He used to, because I'm from Iran, and he like went to Iran and he like did a whole episode there.
Have you ever
And it-
been?
Of what?
Have you ever been
yeah,
back?
I've been back.
Cool.
Yeah, I've been back. Last time I went was like 5 years ago. But it was so nice to see that episode because he just like shows how nice the people are, and it's not like a scary place, and what the media represents of these countries is not correct. And yeah, like there's a lot of political shit going on in our government,
Yeah.
it's whatever. But like he really brought
That's
it back
every
to,
country.
Yeah, he brought it back to like we're all humans, and like
Yeah.
look at their experience, and
Yep.
look how nice they are, and like ate the good food, and it was just like such a wholesome episode. So yeah, I really do miss him, and
That's what was beautiful. Like he's this 50-year-old chef that just travels the world and brings people together.
I know.
And that's what we need. We need people like that to there's no borders. We're the same fucking people, man.
Yeah.
You know, we all have
We're
the
all
same
human.
values at core, not like, you know what I mean? Like we love our families. We're nice people. Some of them are bad, but most of us, like we just want to live a nice life, man.
wanna
It's
be
not that
happy.
hard. We just want to be
Yeah.
happy, you know?
Yeah.
That's so true.
And that's why, like, with your podcast, like, I love that you guys are celebrating the fact that it's the weekend, because everybody is just like, oh my God, this, like, it gets heavy during the week.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It does. And even like people that don't work their 9 to 5s, like I know everyone has different schedules, but still just like whatever your weekend is, whenever that is. It's just like that
Exactly.
like that time is like for you.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
I also find too, and like one of the sayings we love is like, don't wait for your life to be perfect to enjoy it. And if you're always waiting for the weekend to start like enjoying life, then you're never gonna you're gonna be missing out on so much. And so one of the things we talk about a lot is like finding little pockets of like joy throughout your day, or little mini vacations we like to call them. Whether that's like grabbing your morning coffee, going for your morning walk, like just enjoying the little things that maybe you overlook in a day to day. Yeah.
Being in the moment.
Being in the moment.
Just like comes down to like gratitude and like appreciation.
I
for sure.
like, and you get anxiety from that, because anxiety is literally being uncertain of your future. That is literally anxiety. And if you're constantly thinking about your future, what's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? And then like it just, you will lose your mind. And I was in that phase. Like it was just like, okay, what's the next step? Oh my God, am I a loser yet? Like, okay, next step. Like it was just live in the moment. And meditation saved my life.
Oh my God, I've been getting into meditation.
You doing
I
breath work?
will. I do breath work. I do
Joe Dispenza?
No, I don't know which one I do. I
Okay.
have like this like YouTube. I'd be down to like talk about it after, and you can send me some resources.
Absolutely.
I'm like new to this, so I'm like trying to.
Okay, I'm gonna explain you something.
Yeah.
The Joe Dispenza, amazing. He does guided meditation.
Okay.
Kind of goofy in the beginning.
Okay.
His voice is a little on the creep side. Okay. So, and when he's plugged into your brain, you're like, okay, what is, I had no idea. Okay. I'm like, okay, guided meditation. Perfect. Like I put my headphones in, and this guy is whispering. He's like, be aware. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. So you have to, once you get past that barrier, it's awesome.
Going
Like,
to with an open mind. Do you meditate in the morning or in the evening?
night.
At
Night.
At night. Okay, so you're opposites.
Yeah.
So I do it in the morning.
Yeah, I tried in the morning, but it on some reason it just makes me too tired. Like in the morning, I just like to be like get my shit done.
I
Like
think I would do it in the evening as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
to
For me,
unwind.
I
That's
was-
the problem.
'cause-
I can't unwind.
Okay, for me, it's more like I wake up and I feel like I have so much to do, and I'm like, oh my God, I have all these things to do. And for me, meditation like helps me just like focus, declutter my mind, and then think of one thing at a time. And like what you talked about, you're always thinking about the future or the past, and meditation helps you be like present and now.
In your body.
In your now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where
I had Emily Bass on, and she's a mindset and energy coach. We talked about meditation, and she's really big into breath work. She's doing her breath work certification now, and I did a session with her. She gave me a free session. It was fucking cool, really cool. Oh yeah, like breath work works. It really does. It helps you, like you said, be in the moment, like focus on your body. And once you connect, once you have that mind to body, like you guys understand, you guys go to the gym. That mind to body connection is everything, and people lack that so much.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like people look past breathing so much too. Like it's something
Yeah.
we're literally doing every second of every day, and we don't pay attention to it.
There's that
often
whole book
enough.
called Breath, which
Yeah.
now, like, I want to read that book. I haven't read it yet, but I was listening to a podcast and he was literally talking about, I forgot his name, I'll look it up, but he was literally talking about how we overlook breathing. Like, breathing is something that happens and we just don't think about it, but it's so important, and we need to, like, actually be aware of how we're breathing.
Yeah.
Because it can lead to different, like, diagnoses and
Yeah,
things. If
different
you're
ailments.
a mouth breather, like, it's actually
that's
so
exactly what I
bad
was gonna
for
say.
you.
You're stealing my ideas.
I'm in your brain now.
Yeah, get out. All right. Like the mouth breathing.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can be
Not
deformed from this.
No, literally.
Your
We talked about this on the
jaw, like,
pod. Yeah, we talked
literally,
about this.
They
You-
looked at people. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy what it does
I'm
to
gonna
your
tape
face.
the shit out of my mouth
Oh,
tonight. Like just fucking straight duct tape. You know
Just
what I mean?
like
Yeah. Rip my fucking
suffocating.
mustache out every morning and just yeah. Oh my
Heavy
god,
mouth
but that's
breathing.
really cool. So
Yeah.
have you ever tried like breath work, or like what's your favorite way to unwind? Like to calm the mind a little bit. Like you like hot yoga, gym. Like what's your
For me,
Go-to.
right now, I got into running really big this summer. I'm training for a
Yeah, I saw that
race.
last episode. You're training for a 10K?
I'm training for a 10K, which like
She's
doesn't-
killing it.
Thank you. And I was like a runner like here and there, but never like super consistently. And I didn't believe people when they said like it's like meditative in a way. And like I said, I run without music.
The runner's high?
The runner's high, like
Yeah.
it's real. Like you just like go, and there's nothing like taking a run like in the morning, like
Yeah.
while everything is just still calm.
Wow.
Like before work, like before my crazy ass day starts, I just get like those 30, 40, however many minutes like
Yeah.
to myself just running. I feel like that just really
I love that.
just grounds me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my.
For me, it's like taking a bath. I'm like such
Yeah.
a bath girly.
You are
I
a
like-
bath girly. You're
I
always in the tub.
I love a good
Little
bath,
Epsom
like
salt.
Epsom salt.
Yeah,
Yeah, get
yeah.
me my little Kindle, and I'm just reading away. And that's like because I don't have my phone, I don't have anything with me, so it's like my time to just kind of.
You tried the ice
unwind.
baths?
No, I haven't.
Ooh, only in
Because
Nordique.
I'm just I don't want to be cold.
It
I know
sucks.
it's really good for you. I
There's
know it's good for
nothing
you.
about it that's relaxing.
know.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like after.
I
You
just
do
don't
it?
get
Of course, yeah. I've done it the multiple
Where
times.
do you go to do
Well, okay.
feel like you
For
have,
now,
like,
it's a
portable
shower.
ones.
Yeah. I'm not that crazy. Okay.
It shows up.
Yeah.
It's actually the room beside this one.
Right here. You guys want to pull it out?
Oh my god, I really am turning into Joe Rogan. Jesus. Yeah, I cold shower at home at the gym, but when I was in Iceland, I tried it in the ocean. That was crazy. They have public hot tubs. It's nuts, okay? Like there's beach.
Sounds gross.
It kind of does. That is kind of gross. Anyway, okay, they clean their stuff, all right?
Moving on.
All right.
Moving on.
Damn, it is kind of gross. All right. So they have it like right beside the beach. And it's like this public place you go change and stuff, and then there's huge public hot tub, and then you can get out of the hot tub and walk yourself to the beach, and it's right into the ocean.
But is it like those geothermal ones that are like?
No.
Oh, it's
There's
an actual-
yeah, but there's also geothermal ones too.
Because I've seen like Iceland
Yeah.
has some crazy geothermal.
Yeah, there's hot springs.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some of them are like in the there's not really mountains, but like in like different valleys and stuff. So you have to hike for so long. It's crazy. Yeah, Iceland.
I wanna go to
I would
Iceland.
do
yeah.
that. I would.
I want to go to
You should.
Iceland.
You should.
Definitely on my bucket
I'm
list.
going back next summer.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
I
really
can't
liked
wait.
it.
Oh, it was nuts. I don't know why. I talked about this to Emily, but I felt like I was there before.
Oh, interesting. I like
Weird.
that.
Yeah.
First time you went, you were like, "This feels familiar."
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like I've been here before. Like it's nuts. Like I don't know what people believe in, but like, hey, if I had a past life, I was probably in Iceland. You know what I mean? If that's the feeling, like, you know.
You're in a hot tub in Iceland.
Yeah, why not? Hey, I'll take that, you know? I'd take that over being, I don't know, a fucking Viking war. Well, I probably was if I was in
You
Iceland.
kind of look like you give Viking vibes.
It's the newfie in me, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
That's so funny.
South Korea.
Yeah.
How was that?
Man, it was definitely culture shock for
Yeah,
sure.
I guess.
I did it because I wanted to go to teachers college, but I had not really any like experience teaching or working with children yet, like besides like super basic stuff, and I wanted to build up my portfolio. But it's crazy to be somewhere and like not understand like all the conversations going around.
Literally.
You. At first
That's
it was
crazy,
really
actually.
overwhelming, but then what was even crazier was when I moved back a year and a bit later, hearing everyone again, it was like, oh my God, like it was like overstimulated because
Whoa.
for a year and a half I was like kind of like white noise, right? Like I didn't really
That's
pay
kind of
attention to
meditation
You
in
didn't, you didn't
itself.
pay attention to what they're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, because I
'Cause
didn't
you-
understand
yeah, exactly.
it really. And then coming back and everyone speaking, I was kind of like overstimulated. I was like, oh my gosh, like there's so many
So much stuff
conversations
happening.
going on. It was really weird.
Is it true that it's
Whoa.
like extremely safe? Like crazy safe?
Oh, I always felt safe, like no matter where. I
That's
went.
nuts.
Yeah.
Like, apparently
the
people
police
just, like-
officers don't even carry guns. Like
Wow.
everything's open all the time. People are partying till 5 a.m. Like
Which is
people
crazy
are-
for like a female to feel safe
Oh,
like
I
walking
felt,
down the
I felt
street.
extremely.
Like here, I'm still like,
Oh yeah, I felt way more safe there than I do walking down the street here. But it's like concrete
Yeah, especially
jungle.
Ottawa. You never know, man.
Yeah.
The weekend and like in fucking Byward Market.
dude, it's like a stabbing every other week
I
now.
know it's really bad. That doesn't happen there.
Oh, Canada, man. Oh, I don't know. I love Canada, but it's starting to be pretty
Would you
bad.
ever consider moving like to this?
Every day of my life.
Where?
Europe.
Iceland.
Yeah, of course.
Iceland.
I'd go to Europe. I love the vibes in Europe.
Okay.
I love the way they're family oriented. They
Yeah.
take
Their
naps and
education
shit. They're
system.
Do siesta?
Work
Let's talk
culture.
about it.
Yeah.
Siesta
Like
needs to
4-day
happen.
work week. I want to
Raw.
live somewhere where it's a 4-day work week.
but it's not that it's and they eat natural, clean food. That's the thing
Yeah.
here. Like everything is filled with pesticides and bullshit. Especially the States.
You
States
think
is
you're
the
eating
worst.
healthy and it's like
It's
probably
not.
Well,
It's
now
not.
if they're looking at like soil too, like it's not just about what you're eating. It's like the soil that it grew in also has an impact. Like,
Absolute poison.
like,
It's all
there's
poison.
less nutrients in
I know.
our food today than there was.
Like in Italy,
a
like
few years ago.
a tomato sauce is going to be 3 ingredients.
Isn't
Here
that
it's
right?
like 40 ingredients,
Yeah,
and
make
half of them
your
are
own.
toxic, and it's not even close to being the
It's
same
all
taste.
And why can they
fillers.
eat pasta for breakfast, lunch, and
Yeah.
dinner and not be fat? Whereas like I'll have one bowl of pasta here and I'm like,
Or why can a celiac go to Italy and eat wheat and pasta and be
Yeah.
totally fine?
Because
yeah.
there's something in the wheat. There's, it has.
Something in
I'm
water.
not. Something in the water. There's chemicals in the
There's
water.
chemicals.
Yeah. No, it is crazy for real. And Europe is just, I don't know. They're very laid back, but also down to earth, which I love. But I love the States too. I kind of have that American mentality. Like I kind of like their way of living, and I think like for what we're doing, like I think it's a pretty good opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, would you live in LA?
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Where-
not.
where
I
in
would
the
go
States?
either
Like
probably
Austin.
Austin.
Austin,
I would
honestly, we've been
move there in a
we've been
second.
considering we've been thinking
Girls,
about
there's
Austin.
everything to do there. Best
we should do a
comedians
trip
in the
there.
world,
We should just
artists.
just to see if
Yeah.
we like it. Yeah. My
Yeah.
dad's in Colorado, and I really like Colorado.
Where is he in Colorado?
Denver.
Okay,
Yeah.
like I would. Colorado
but
was my
the
second.
But Colorado is literally, I call it the Canada of the States because it's so similar to this to Canada.
There's so much things to do.
There's so much to do. There's hiking. The people are
Mountains,
really
yeah.
nice there. It's like breweries and like I don't know, a lot of dogs.
I feel like people are very fit there.
yeah,
as well,
everyone's
like
super
athletic.
fit, and I don't know, it just gives Canada vibes, but in the States.
Yeah, that's what I want to. Like, but I never go to LA. It's way too much traffic and all that shit. I just don't like it. Like, I don't like the.
And
I would
think
like to be. Yeah.
Unless you're like rich in LA, like it's not.
No,
that
you're gonna
great.
struggle.
No.
And the
it's
taxes.
dirty, it's
Why would you
dirty.
leave Canada to go to LA? You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
taxes,
the
like.
taxes are like, bro, everyone's leaving LA now.
Yeah,
Everyone.
Montana's gorgeous.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Montana's very beautiful. Arizona.
So hot though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm dying.
Yeah, but imagine living in the desert. It's so cool.
It would be kind of cool.
I know.
Yeah.
I can
And you know, there's I don't think there's state taxes in there. That's the thing too. You gotta look for taxes, right?
So yeah, that's
You've
why
done your
everyone's going to
research.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done my research. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, especially during the pandemic, I'm like, okay, like if this continues, I have to do something. Like I'm just driving me insane. Like I have to get out there a little bit, you know? Austin would be so cool. Also Nashville.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah,
huge country
Nashville.
music fan, so
No way.
Nashville would be really
Nashville
cool.
is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to Nashville.
It's
I want to
super
check it out.
fun.
What, you guys travel?
Yeah.
What's your top? What's the best country you've ever been to?
My
That's
favorite is
tough.
probably Greece.
Wow.
Santorini is the most beautiful place I've ever been in my entire life. Would go back in a heartbeat.
Is it overrated or no? Like it's worth
Some
every.
places overrated. Mykonos overrated. Like Santorini, Eos. Like I feel like that was more of a vibe. I haven't explored the more chill islands like Crete and all those other
Yeah,
spots. We were there to like party, truly. But stunning food, stunning people. Like just so nice, so laid back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would go back there in a heartbeat.
Wow. How about you?
I'm about to go to Brazil, which I'm really excited about, literally in like 2 weeks.
Whoa.
So, or not 2 weeks, like 3 weeks. And, but I would honestly say Iran is like my favorite place I've ever been because it's just,
It's beautiful.
it's so beautiful. And I think it's so underrated. Like people don't understand how stunning,
Yeah.
like the architecture
The
is
history.
There, the history. Yes. Honestly, I've
go with
been,
you.
and the food and it's just so beautiful there. And we have all different climates. Like we have the desert, but then we also have mountains and snow. And so we have like literally every single climate that you
Oh.
can think of all in one country. And it's just like, it's stunning and gorgeous.
I love the Middle East. Like
Yeah.
some of the countries are just so underrated.
It's so underrated.
It's beautiful.
So
Like and
beautiful.
it's the sense of family too. You guys are so like
Yeah.
family oriented and like,
Yeah.
hey, come in, let's have a meal.
my
and
God,
it's
everybody.
it's awesome. Like 3/4 of my friends are Middle Eastern. You know what I mean? Like I just grew up around their culture.
Yes.
It's just it's something, and they all, even if they're Lebanese, Moroccan, you know, they all have
There's
that
a
base,
tie.
you know,
I
yeah.
agree.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I
exciting.
feel so
Completely
close to
different cultures, but there's still something similar, you know.
Similar, like yeah, like we have a lot of Lebanese friends, and I like vibe with them so hard because it's like very similar
Yeah.
cultures. Turkish friends, you know, like
Yeah.
A lot of Lebanese in Ottawa.
my gosh,
Lebfest,
no, I love
Lebfest is
that.
popping.
Persians in Ottawa, man.
yeah, but oh my god, Persians and like I was just in Vancouver. Persians in Vancouver, it's like another level of. We don't have that many here. There's so many in Vancouver. I was a little overwhelmed. I was like,
There's too many.
there's a little too many here. I don't
My
like
friend
it.
Ashkan's gonna be like, okay, whoa, all right. So what do you guys have planned on the weekend? What's your Saturday?
Oh my god.
I actually work.
Yeah.
Come on.
You're catching us on a bad week because we just came back from like all of these things that we had.
Yeah, last weekend we were
So,
at the cottage.
Last weekend we were at the
This weekend
cottage.
I'm working. But we do have like some exciting, like we have some like merch planning this weekend that we have to
Yes.
do as well. So it's kind
Nice.
of exciting.
Yeah.
We're dropping some new merch. So that's
And
kinda
last
cool.
night we had like this thirsty peddler thing, which was fun. It was
You
like
guys have any men's hoodies or t-shirts or?
we have, so we're doing another merch
'Kay.
shop soon. That was our original merch shop. We had limited quantity.
Let me know. I need a
Yeah.
2XL. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Got you.
We got you. But yeah, no, we have some exciting stuff. We have some exciting guests coming up too. So
Yeah.
it's all in the works. You know how it goes. Every
Yeah.
day it's like
Yeah.
there's something to do.
Oh shit! Next week I got this cool person coming on. You're just like you're reminded,
Yeah,
you know?
no, 100%. Like even this when we planned it
There's-
months ago, and then it came up so quick. Like, oh, This is literally next week.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I know time flies. Time flies. So, you know, you got to stay in the moment where, you know, when you can.
100%.
What's one piece of advice you'd give someone who's starting off podcasting?
Oh, that's good.
I would say don't get discouraged when it doesn't work out at the beginning, because it's probably not going to work out the way that you planned.
100%.
And like take all of it like with grace. A lot of lessons learned, like we mentioned, but just keep at it. And if you truly love it and want to do it, just like keep hustling and it'll
Do it for yourself.
Yeah, do it for yourself.
Yeah, I would say be prepared to fail and your content to not do well at the beginning, and also you have to not care about what other people think of you.
You have to take criticism.
No, 100%.
And not care what everybody says
Yeah,
as
because
well.
I think at the beginning when we started this, like there's definitely a stigma around like content creators and like doing this and like, oh, she's just another content creator. And I think you just need to put those like thoughts aside and just go all in, because if you are truly like happy and proud of what you're producing, then whatever everybody else says, like it doesn't matter as long as you're happy with what you're.
People need to realize that they listen to podcasts because 3/4 of the podcasters, or you know, about 90%, they're authentic.
Yeah.
It's their self. You know, you can't fake being yourself. Some people do, and you see it right away. You know, and people want authenticity and they want to be a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
So you have to be yourself, and nobody wants someone that's fake. And I tried, of course. Like episode 1, I'm like, oh my god, do I wear like a fucking like, do I dress up? You know, like I don't know. Like we're just random. So like fuck it, just be yourself. Whatever feels natural. And I'm happy I did that.
Yeah.
I'm happy I did that because I cared for so many years of my life. I cared what people thought about me, and with this, it helped me a lot, like to you know, break the stigma.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of what your like early to mid 20s is for, like trying to like figure that out. And then as you get a bit older, I feel like that comes with confidence as well. Yeah, and I love how you said authenticism, because I feel like we're really authentic, and I feel like our listeners get that vibe as well. Like one of my girlfriends that I knew back in the day, she lives in Florida now, and she's a kid and she's doing her own thing, and she tells me, she's like, I listen to the pod because I feel like I'm just hanging out with you guys. And she doesn't even know Romina.
I don't know her.
She's like, I feel like you guys are like in the room with me, and I'm just like listening to you and like laughing with you, and like I just love that your vibe is very authentic.
And she has a baby, right?
She has a baby. She's like, I just like your pod like helped me like get through like
maternity.
Yeah, like literally.
Do you guys have any background in this? Like, do you have any? So you just grabbed a mic and started talking? That's insane. That's crazy.
No, literally. We had a couple drinks and we're like, hey,
That's crazy. Really?
No, we just chatted. Yeah,
no, we're lucky though. Like my partner, he's a videographer, so like we were using his camera. We used his mics at the beginning until we were able to buy our own equipment. I feel like that would have been a big hurdle for us. We would have had to do something like this for sure, like rent out a spot or like invest a lot of money.
In the beginning, you have no choice because money's rough in the beginning.
Yeah,
you know, it's rough. You know what I mean?
rough. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No, we were lucky to have like a base of certain things, but since then, like we have like our own mics, like we have our own like audio system, like we have our own lights. So yeah, still not our camera, but that's okay. We'll get there.
At the end of the episode, usually I ask people like give a quote for the viewers. You know what I mean? Like give a quote on life. Like what a quote you live for. You know, it doesn't have to be like word for word, but like a mantra you live by.
Hot girls love pickles. No kidding. I'm kidding.
I love that.
For me, one that I really, really love and stick by is whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're already right. So it's just about believing in yourself. And if you think you can do it, then you can fucking do it. But if you think you can't do it, then you're not going to be able to do it. Like you have to believe in yourself first before anyone else is going to believe in you. So just believe in yourself. That sounds so lame.
No, I love
beautiful.
that. Honestly, most quotes are kind of corny.
Yeah, of course.
But I think for mine, it's just like small steps every day are still progress. So like no matter what you're doing, like every day if you're working towards your goal, it doesn't matter if you did one thing or 10 things, like as long as you're working towards that goal, then you're making progress. So I think I live by that every day because I'm working at a PhD, and sometimes it feels like you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel and you're like, what am I doing this all for? But then you have to keep reminding yourself of like how far you've come, but then how much more you have to do, and just taking small steps every day, little by little. That's all you got.
I like that.
Yeah.
For me, it's confidence is not shouting affirmations in the mirror. It's about having a stack of undeniable proof to say who you are.
Whoa. Deep.
That was
that
very
by
deep.
you?
Not at all. Chris Williamson
good
and
one.
Alex
End
Hormozy.
quote.
End quote.
Mic
Yeah.
Drop.
I love it.
Are we going to end there? I think we are. So, guys, thank you for listening. And where can people hit you up? Listen, like
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Saturday
it will be in the
Pod.
description.
Yeah. It's Saturday Pod, 1S on our Instagram.
Instagram, Twitter,
Twitter.
YouTube, everywhere.
Everywhere, TikTok. Like we're all one hand. It's the same handle. So just
Same handle. 1S.
1S. It's Saturday Pod.
Awesome. Guys, enjoy your weekend, your Saturday.
Thanks
Like,
for
subscribe,
having us.
share, and tell a friend to tell a friend. See you next week. Bye.
Thanks.